How you doing tonight? A little unplanned, but once in a while things happen in my life that are unplanned and um, can inspire me. It can change my mood. I was on the phone earlier for a while with Will. We talked about a few things, and I haven't exactly been in the best of moods lately. Just can't really put my finger on it. And I don't know. I just haven't been in the best of moods lately. And I explained other times in my life I've been in this same kind of mood and what was going on at the time. And I said, well, I gotta cut it short. I gotta go buy a new lighter. I was sitting there trying to light a cigarette, and I'm on the phone, and I barely got that lit. I didn't want to have to get up, go in the kitchen, and go over to the fucking stove and light my cigarette on the fucking stove. I said, well, as soon as I get off the phone with you, I'm gonna go to the store, get a new lighter. And I went, and it changed my mood. I'll get a little personal and talk about some things. I'm getting sick and tired. Yeah, I know we got crisis at the border, and they're all rapists and murderers. They're bringing in fentanyl and this and that. Well, it's like they say, there's something called supply and demand. If there weren't as many Americans here that want these fucking drugs, there would be no need to bring them in. It's easier to blame others than to take a look at what's going on with our people in this country. I have issues with some things. As much as I support black rights, I have a little problem with Black Lives Matter. And the fact that black lives only seem to matter when a white cop or a white person is involved in a shooting, a killing. When every week in this country, black on black crime is out of control. Just on any given weekend, up here in Boston, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, St. Louis, can't begin to count how many young black males are killed or shot, critically injured at the hands of another black male. Where Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton out patrolling the streets saying, we got to stop this killing. Black lives don't seem to matter then. I understand it's not right to discriminate against housing for a job, who your son or your daughter is dating. I got some black friends that they have better character than a lot of fucking white people I know. They're higher educated than a lot of white people I know. They're good parents, hardworking people, and they're trustworthy. They're not the other ones. We got our white trash. We have our white trailer trash. I've been down south, man. I have friends in Arkansas. I've been there. Got a very good friend in West Virginia. I have 2 cousins in Tennessee. And I've seen how a lot of white people live. They're not living any better than the minorities in the fucking ghettos. They're just as violent, just as ignorant. They drink, they use drugs, I've had a few things happen in my life that came at a time when I think I needed it to happen. I'm not religious. I don't believe in any sky daddy and all that. I believe things happen for a reason. I do believe in coincidence. Just pure plain coincidence. Some people are just in the right place at the right time. And some people are in the wrong place at the wrong time. And there's an adverse effect. I went to go buy a lighter. We have a lot of illegals here. Like I mentioned in the video, I was quite long on it. They work jobs, they raise their kids go to school. They're teenagers and older, children. They're not selling drugs, they're not involved in crime, they keep to themselves. They stay in their own little community. They work a lot of jobs that Americans here don't want to fucking work. It's beneath them. But they'll do it. They're happy to be here. They appreciate more about this country than a lot of people that are born and raised here appreciate about this country. spite of what anyone else may want to tell you, and paint them all as criminals. Why aren't people wanting to leave this country to go to another country? You know you got it good here, but you bitch and complain. You know, I live 32 miles from Plymouth where these pilgrims landed. I put up a meme on a community. I wonder how these natives felt when they looked out and saw these ships with sails coming, these illegal immigrants, you know. I think some people forget about how this country was formed, how it was founded. You ever think about that? I do. You encounter a Guatemalan around here, very friendly. Most of the times, though, they're kind of shy and bashful. They get beat up a lot. They get robbed a lot by Americans for drug money because they know they work. They have a few bucks on them. They don't report it to the police because they're illegal. They're afraid to go to the police. Our American, white and black criminals here take advantage of that. They know that. They target them. I went to go buy this lighter. We got a little store. It's a gas station, a Gulf. It's kind of funny. I haven't seen a Gulf station in fucking ages. It was something else, Mutual, and now it's been a Gulf for the last couple of years. A little gas station, a couple pumps. A little convenience store where they charge you a fucking arm and a leg, you know, $4 for a fucking candy bar, you know. I walk in. There's 4 little kids there. You could tell they were Guatemalan. All little girls. See, the youngest was about 3. The oldest maybe 5. And the oldest is there with a $10 bill in her hand. I'm just watching. They got a cooler there where they got, you know, fudgicles, ice cream cones, you know, Nutty Buddies, all that. And these things are fucking expensive. You know, they're like $3, $4. And kids are kids. Kids don't know the value of money. I guess their parents gave them some money. They live nearby. I've seen them around there. They want, hey, we have some ice cream, candy bar. Kids are kids. Parents gave them some $10 bill for them to go. Kids don't know the value of money, what things cost. And I see each one's got 2 things in their hand. A Nutty Buddy. What do they call it? Strawberry shortcake, chocolatey clear bars, you know, chocolate vanilla ice cream with all the sprinkles on. I mean, you know. And each one's got a candy bar, different candy bar. Lady rings it up. Comes like $18, almost $19, $18.90, something like that. The little girl doesn't know. She hands the lady the $10. The lady doesn't even take it. She says, "Oh no, you don't have enough money." And the girl's looking at the register. She looks at the other kids. Their eyes went down. The lady says, "You'll have to put something back." So, you know, they're looking, you know. I says, "Hold on. I'll take care of it. I need a Bic lighter." Got a Bic lighter. $3.50 for a fucking Bic lighter, but this will last me almost a month. Hand the lady $25, she gives you back the change. I said, "You kids enjoy that." They were so happy. "Thank you, mister." The little one even hugged my leg. "Thank you, mister. Thank you, mister." They were so happy. They're walking out. I leave. I walk out, and they're a little ways up the street. I hear them all, "Thank you, mister." And they're yelling, "Thank you, mister. Thank you, mister." Made my day. Changed my mood. You know, a lot of people on here are selfish motherfuckers. They're on here to make money for themselves, and they'll take advantage of anybody. I've had several other experiences like that. A few years back, those of you that recall, I volunteered with some other people here. We renovated pod parks, inner city playgrounds. You know, I even showed one of them while we were renovating it. And they're in areas that are not exactly the best areas of the city. Not exactly the best areas of the city. And we got a few down here in the South End, within like a mile and a half. Once you get off the peninsula and get into what we call the mainland. And in that area, yeah, a lot of crackheads, dope dealers, prostitutes. They're bringing kids into the world. Kids are not responsible for their parents' behavior. They didn't ask to come here. And I feel bad when I see how they're wearing dirty clothes. I know all of them are probably hungry. Mommy and daddies ain't even in the picture. Baby daddies. 2, 3 kids. Neither one of them have the same father or even know who their father is. You know? But we gave them a park to play in. And they'd play in it. And the drug dealers are hanging around there with their mothers and whatnot. That's when I had my Uncle Brian Franken bike. And even that Franken bike, I gave it to a kid. I had a lot of money in that bike, in that mountain bike. I had a lot of money in that fucking thing. With what I did to it. Even when I went to sell it, I knew I wasn't going to ride it anymore. I listed it for sale. And a lady came with her son. He was about 12 years old. Pulled up in a minivan, but it was all old and beat up and rotted out and shit. And it was loud. And you could tell they didn't have much money. You know? So I said, the kid, try it. Kid gets on it, takes it for a ride down the beach, down by where the bathing house pavilion is, where we have a reggae on the beach parties. Come back with it. You see the look on his face. Never had a bike. I asked him, what kind of bike you got now? I don't have one. Oh, yeah, what kind did you have? Somebody steal it? No, I never had one. The lady looks at me. She says, how much were you asking for this? I looks at the kid. I says, when's your birthday? It's next month. I says, happy birthday. Here you go. And I gave him the bike. The kid was happy. It didn't kill me. That pod park I just mentioned. I used to go for a ride. Sometimes I'd leave the peninsula here and I'd go in little inner parts of the city, and And I went by that park one day. I'd drive by it once in a while to see, the kids were enjoying it. And I saw the adults there, and I'd go by there on the Uncle Brian Franken bike. There's an ice cream truck there. There's about 6, 7 kids at the ice cream truck. They're, Mommy, can I have $1? Can I have $1? No, I ain't got no money. And I know their mamas probably had money for fucking booze, or to buy some fucking weed, or to buy some fucking crack, or to buy some fucking heroin. I know they had money for that. They didn't have money to buy their kids a fucking ice cream. I pulled over. Got off my bike, walked up. What do you want? Get whatever you want, and I paid for all of it. You know, a few of the mothers gave me a fucking dirty look. One of them said, you don't have to buy my kid any ice cream. And I got pissed. I said, why don't you buy your kid some fucking ice cream instead of spending your money on fucking dope and booze? There was a couple of guys there. So waiting for them to fucking say something to me and walk over. You wouldn't know what fucking hit him. One of them should have stepped up. And you know what? Even though I was angry at that moment when that happened, when I jumped back on my Uncle Brian Franken bike and rode away, I was happy knowing that those kids, you can't change the world, man, but if you can help one person at a time somewhere along the line when you have the opportunity in your life, you have no idea how good it makes you feel. That's why I volunteer at the VTH, where the 2 fellow veterans volunteer. You couldn't pay us enough to do it. You couldn't, if they offered us money, we'd turn it down. I talked about YouTube with Will on the phone for a while, what I see go on here. Everybody just wants something for themselves. Want to make money. They need attention. They need to be glamorized, glorified. They need to make a name for themselves. What the fuck are they doing for anyone else? What are they doing for anyone else? It's no surprise Sanford don't have a whole lot of friends. Let's face it, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm even sick of fucking Sanford. I'm actually sick and tired of him. It's not even worth talking about. Same thing with this Moped Madness Mike. I'm sure he'll get a little clan, a little following, maybe 20, 30 people, now that he's shifted gears and going to full batshit crazy mental meltdown with his extremist politics, wanting people dead. And I'm quite sure he'll find people on here that will love that. Form a little cult, maybe 20, 30 people. Hey, there's 310 million people in this country. You get 20, 30 people that follow you, big fucking deal. You think you're King Kong on steroids? You think you're a big fish in a small pond. You're a fucking guppy in all the oceans on this planet combined. You're nothing. But he wants something for himself. Same way Sanford does, the way the Crypt Keeper does, the way all these guys do. You know? I'm in a much better mood now. I'm glad my lighter died and I had to go buy this lighter. Else I'd still be sitting here in the same shitty mood I was in before, and I've been in several days. Working on this Save the Gerbils LT1350 and the Z20 is kind of taking my mind off a lot of things. You know what I mean? I'm glad it has. But I really needed this. I needed my Bic lighter to die today. I needed to go buy a new lighter. I needed to see the look on those kids' faces. You know? I needed that. I'll tell you, man, so many of you people have no idea what you're fucking missing out on in life. You're so wrapped up in needing everything to be all about you that you forget about there are other people out there. There are other children out there. They just want to be happy too. These children, by making them happy, they made me happy. Enjoy your night.